Good morning, everybody. It is currently Friday, September 27th, a little after 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Today we are going to talk about grip, specifically the grip to toss, the par toss. This might be a very short video. Matter of fact, I could refer you to almost any other dice channel has got a better explanation than what I do. But one of the best is Golden Touch Craps. Look them up on YouTube. Gives you the 8 key elements or whatever, however many key elements of the par toss, the grip, the toss, the landing zone, etc., etc., etc. But I thought I would try to go over just the portion of the grip on this first video. Got a pair of dice, and the way that you grab or your grip on the dice is that you want some, and again, everybody's slightly different, but after many practice throws, I think I can maybe relate to a lot of people, is that if you have the pips of the sixes facing your target wall, which is where the camera is, you want to have your middle finger of your throwing hand down the middle of the dice, covering up the first row of those white dots or pips. Next is to find a way that's comfortable for you to line up your other fingers parallel to that, so that when you come like this and release, you're not imparting any more spin on one dice than the other die. Okay? So, let's line this up again. 6, 5, 6. Okay? The way I like to do it is to grab the dice is my thumb is down below about halfway to slightly more than halfway on the back of the dice, because I like having a little bit more control. And your thumb is actually what they would call maybe the trigger, is that you're not really throwing the dice like this, because that would impart too much spin. Is that when you release the dice, you're just releasing your thumb and letting it roll off the tips of your fingers with the momentum that you have. Okay? But, again, let's set this up. There we go. The way I like to grip is that I have the dice set up like this. I come like this, pinch the opposite corners with my index finger and my little finger. Then some people, let me do this. Some people like to line up their fingers on the table so that they know that they're the same. Then they've got a better feel for if that looks even. To me, that doesn't. Some people say you have to have a C grip, which is very up at the very tops on both ends, so that you're barely touching the dice, and it is just resting in your fingers. Okay, I like to have be a little deeper, but again, that's something different for everybody. So and it depends upon what your dice set is, but this is just talking about the grip more than anything else. So what I like to do, now if you feel that your fingers are off, set it back down, re-grip. Okay, so how does that look? Is that somewhat close? Okay, so from here, once I have that, then I'll move my pinky finger, not resting on the dice, because I don't want them, but I'll slightly pinch in on my ring finger. Okay, then you set up, you're throwing something like this, and then you toss like this, and you'll impart a little bit of spin. Not a lot, but that's where the key thing is when you release, depending upon the speed and where you release, you're going to determines how much spin you're going to have. You don't want much spin, because the more spin you have, the more impact and energy you release onto the dice. So if you have a toss like that, you're going to get a lot of randomness once it hits the back of the wall. You want just enough to hit the deck and then bounce into the, hopefully the top 2 to below 3 levels of the diamond, and then come to rest near the back of the wall. So the closer and the slower that you can attain that, the better. Now, trying to do this from a foot away is not realistic. But again, we're just talking about the grip. So my thumb, or my trigger, is about halfway down, or a little bit more than halfway down. The top of my 3 fingers is straight across the pips, okay? And you develop a feel by muscle memory of what feels good. If you can have a mirror next to you so that you can examine what your grip looks like. In other words, if you have a spacing between your dice, something like that, that's no good, because you don't want the dice to separate. You want them to travel as close together in the air as possible. Okay, so hopefully, if you have any questions on the grip, let me know. Let me see some pictures of your grips and see what, maybe I can help with that. This is just a short video talking about grip. Hope that was insightful, or you learned a little bit. And we'll go from here to the setup, and then the release, the toss itself, the landing zone. So the next few videos are just trying to get more of an idea of what dice control looks like. Till next time, everybody take care, stay safe, God bless. I'll see you then.